pig. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. Hugs. Bougie kiss. Bougie kiss. Okay. Damn, not me already needing a sip of water. Okay. So obviously drink of the day is water. Need I say more? Before I hop into it, y'all already know what I'm about to say. If you would like one-on-one coaching with yours truly, please feel free to click my website, link in my description. It is www.lawofassumptionprincess.com. Make sure that you read the disclaimer in full before booking. It helps you out, it helps me out, and it just makes everything easier for the both of us. Thank you, love you. Okay, y'all, so I'm so excited to make this video. This is gonna be just like a fun, I guess it could be like motivational success stories type thing, because I don't think I've done a success story video in a long while, especially not centering around SP. Now, if you're having trouble manifesting SP, I highly recommend that you check out some of the videos that are on my channel, because I talk a lot about how I utilize myself as, I mean, you do with every manifestation, but manifesting an SP really comes from within and really comes from loving yourself through the person and vessel that you're choosing to love yourself through. And understanding that and not continuing to put them on a pedestal and make it like a cat and mouse chase, all dynamics that we don't like and aren't, you know, entertaining anymore. I demolish that. And that is why I have had so much success. Manifesting specific people is easy and it is fun. I think that it just becomes more of a burden for people because they're overwhelming themselves and they're just not applying the information that they've learned in a way that benefits them. So, you know, all those videos pertaining to that I have on my channel, okay? Anyway, so we're just gonna get into some success stories. Now, these success stories are all from 2021 to this year. And these are, they're all hilarious to me because it's just, you know, the law is gonna law. The law is gonna law. It was so many circumstances that were unfavorable and unrealistic to try to persevere through, you know, a bunch of shit that if I would have listened to the people in my reality or people who play by 3D law, I would have been looking dumb as fuck without my SPs at this point, right? But I've had endless, countless, continuous, nonstop success with manifesting SPs, and I actually have a story that I'm gonna tell y'all about how I manifested my current SP, and there was actually a third party involved at the beginning. But anyway, so at one point in time back in 2020, 2021, I was dating a person who lived in North Carolina. Now, if y'all don't know this, I live in Philly, okay? And I would always affirm that this person was gonna show up at my house. At this point, I lived in an apartment. So I was living in like a skyrise apartment at the time. Child, crazy times. What a crazy time, but what a blessed year for me it was, because I was just manifesting left, right, and center, okay, honey? Like, whoo! That's when I really found out who the baddest bitch in the world was. But I was dating a lot of people, but at this point in time, I was specifically interested in one person, and they lived in North Carolina. And this was somebody that I had manifested back because at one point in time, we were no contact. So this person who lived 12 hours away from me that at one point I was no contact with for like months, at this point we were in connection and I had been in contact with them again for maybe like 4 or 5 months. And me and my best friend, we would always just say like, you know, they're gonna show up to your front door. They're gonna show up to your front door. And we would pretty much just be doing that because we were just affirming for shit, and we were trying to see if we could affirm for things, because this is like way back in the beginning, like I said. And we were trying to see if we could just affirm for things without even having reason, like without having any medium, without having to make it a realistic thing, like, oh, plan out each thing. Nope, we would just say, he's showing up at your front door. So one funny ass day in June or July, I definitely got a call. And that person told me to come the fuck downstairs. And they were outside of my fucking apartment. And I wasn't doing anything besides just continuously telling myself, this person's gonna show up at my front door. This person's gonna show up at my front door. And it was hilarious because 45 minutes before that person even came to my front door, my best friend had told me, oh, you need to put your eyelashes on because so-and-so is about to show up. And it literally happened. Like, it literally just happened, okay? And it's like, it's so funny to think about. And it was like the best night ever. Like, bitch, I was on cloud 9. I was like, ah! It's hilarious. But Just goes to show you, like, you know, those circumstances were unlikely. Not to me. I didn't give a fuck. Not to me. It was very fucking realistic, right? Because everything has the meaning what you assign to it. So to me, it was very fucking realistic. But to the outside world, that is very unrealistic. And how could you just expect somebody to show up at your house that lives 12 hours away, just like that? Okay, which leads me into now this particular manifestation was just funny for me because of the fact that I was really flexing that assumption that I get spoiled and I get what I want. And I was dating a person who, damn, I was dating a girl. Y'all know I'm the queen of multiple SPs. Like, I was never in a committed, tied down thing with anybody because I don't cheat. I'm a loyal gal. But in the midst of just letting people court me and allowing myself to experience the love that I cultivated myself through these other vessels, I was just having a good time. So I was at this point in time dating somebody else who also lived a little bit far away. Y'all know how it be in LGBTQ relationships, okay? It'd be a little bit of distance sometimes, but that ain't nothing for me. I don't care. Like, so this person I was dating actually lived in Connecticut, and I was going to Connecticut to see one of my friends, but I also wanted to go see the person I was dating at the time. And I essentially basically convinced her without even trying to drive to Philly to pick me up and then drive me back to Connecticut to be with her and my friend. And it was just like, okay. It was just like, okay. Like, again, those are circumstances people be like, well, how on earth would you even expect somebody to do an 8-hour total round trip? Just like that, because I decided and I'm deserving of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I decided and I know that I'm deserving of it. That simple. I didn't put conditions on the manifestation. I just started to say, you're worthy of that. You are a lovable person. I would drive far for someone I loved. Why wouldn't somebody else do it for me? And that, of course, pushed out. You know what I mean? And I know that y'all know this, but I'm not saying none of this to be boastful or to be like, oh, da 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 da. No, I just know my worth. And all of these encounters to me just add up to love. This is just unconditional, real love. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you're experiencing is coming from you and being pushed out onto other people, places, and things. So it's just my love for myself is being extended through somebody else who's trying to love me the way that I'm claiming I deserve to be. This is why I say y'all should go, if y'all need help with manifesting specific people, go check out some of my content because I talk about this. That's really all this is an even bountiful exchange of love. Okay. Anyway, next. Okay, this one is not in terms of romance. This is in terms of friendship. I had a friend when I was in grade school. We were very, very close and we were best friends for years. So we were thick as thieves and we were there for each other through all of that. We had fell off, okay? We fell off and I had wanted to just see if I could manifest her back into my life just because, like, again, in the beginning of my journey, I was just doing a lot of shit just to see if I could do it. And lo and behold, we did. This was a person that I had not spoken to for maybe 6 or 7 years. Someone I knew and had a friendship with for 11 years, didn't speak to her for 5, 6, 7 years. I manifested that friendship being brought back. Now, I did not decide to keep the friendship because sometimes you come back into contact with somebody and you realize, okay, I outgrew you and it's just the connection is not there. And I have such an amazing group of friends at this point in my life, so I just kind of was like, I don't know, it's not room on the roster. Like, you're not one of my people, but it's all love. So I let that go with love. But again, just goes to show you, no matter how much time has passed, no matter what the circumstances seem like, you can always rekindle something with somebody and allow yourself to experience it. Another story, a person that I was dating when I was in high school. We were like high school sweethearts and it was a crazy dynamic then, whatever. Now, I did not deliberately try to manifest this person at all. This was not something that I put in my head like, oh, maybe like a fleeting thought at some point in time. I'm not going to say I never thought about her or whatever, but this was not somebody that I was deliberately affirming for, getting into the state for, none of that, because I just really wasn't thinking about her at that point in time. I have a lot of options. I like it's so she just wasn't on the roster. Somebody from back when I was in high school was not on the roster. But I was flexing that self-concept muscle heavy, as you always should be, right? With that being said, because my self-concept was just radiating so high, this is so funny to me. I love this. It cracks me up. Okay. Because my self-concept was radiating so high, you know, obviously all the people around me in my life are just consistently treating me like a princess, bro. Because that's who I am. That's who I am. That's what I get. That's what I deserve. That's what I experience. So this person who was in connection with me back in 2015, this is how long I've had the same phone number, by the way. Back in 2015, when I graduated high school, a little bit before that is when I had this phone number. I get a call from this person. This is in 2022. She calls me at 3 or 4 a.m. And I keep getting a call from the same phone number, And at some point, I just answered it. I fucking remember. I like got home from the club. My best friend was in town. And I'm like, who is this calling my phone? So I answer the phone, y'all, right? It's my ex from high school, like from 8 years ago. So you're telling me that you remembered my phone number from 8 years ago, and you were thinking about me so hard at 4 a.m. in the morning to the point where you had to call my phone 3 times. You just so happened to remember a number from 8 years ago. And I asked her, I was like, you remember my number? And she was like, yeah. Like, it's not hard to remember. Of course it's not, because I'm hard to forget. I'm very fucking hard to forget. Like, what? And that was like, that's what I call like a passive manifestation. That was not something that I was deliberately trying to, you know, manifest or whatever. Anyway, got in connection with her. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, once y'all get the hang of it, you understand the concept of nobody has free will. People have to show up based off of who you're telling yourself you are and what you're worthy of. And a long time ago, many moons ago, BC type shit, when I had a not so great self-concept, I look back at that time and I understand all of the things that I was experiencing was because of the girl that I was telling myself I was, or what I was letting the world convince me I was. It wasn't my own identity. It wasn't who the fuck I know myself to be. It was a fallacy. It was a costume. And when I took that costume on and put my royal cloak on, bitch, I put my royal cloak on, I put my fucking crown on, that is when I started getting proper treatment and love, and I realized, oh shit, this is who I've actually been the whole fucking time. The whole entire fucking time, okay? Now, I got one more for y'all. I'm not going to get deep into this one because I actually want to make a separate video about this, but my current SP is somebody that I have known for a very long time. I've known this woman for a very long time, like since I was young, since she was young. She found me on social media and we just connected from that point on. Very, very long time ago. I think I was like 16 when we first met, and we became really close, like besties, like BFFs, right? And at some point in time, I just kind of, I realized like, okay, there's more to this. And we, some odd years ago, winded up admitting to each other that we have feelings for each other. And girl, I was just like, you know what? I want to experience that. I want to know what that experience looks like for me, because I know about the connection that's here and I love this person and we love each other, and this is going to come into fruition. And mind you, there was a third party at first. What do I look like caring about? Listen, I don't know what the fuck I look like caring about a third party. I did not let that become an obstacle for me, because nothing can take up space in my life as an obstacle unless I'm assigning it that meaning, right? So I wasn't going to continue to tell myself that this third party was present or an obstacle or even existent. Like I said, I'm not convincing myself that you're present. You're not. you're not an issue or a blockage for me. And me just simply literally taking my awareness away from that and not seeing that as something like, I have to overcome this and then the manifestation will come. It just showed up in my life so perfectly. My SP showed up so perfectly. And she showed up and she was like, I cannot stop thinking about you. I cannot get you off of my mind. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you know what I mean? And it was so natural and it was so quick And I wasn't in my head going back and forth. I don't know if she'll do this. I don't know if she'll do that. I was just letting it run its course. I don't look at people's social medias. I don't look at people's, oh, I gotta look at, is he posting somebody else? I'm not doing any of that. Why would I have to? If I know that I'm the prize and this is my reality. Now, they came to a mutual agreement and just decided, hey, the dynamic is not working. It's all right. It's not working. I want to explore something different. There's something else out there for me. And it was just that simple. It was a mutual decision. I didn't have no, oh, I got to make a plan. I got to make a plan. I got to devise a plan to get her to fuck up. No, it's all love and no foul. I'm not doing that. I don't need to. Any of that to me stems from a place of insecurity, like, oh, you gotta get away, you gotta back up. No, bitch, you gotta take your awareness away from it if you want the bitch to leave. I'm not going, girl, what do I gotta have a vendetta against you for? If I know myself to be the person that gets everything they want, I'm not seeing you as a blockage or a threat. I'm wishing you peace and wellness. I don't give a fuck. I stay grounded. I stay in my place because this is the only reality that I really give a fuck about reigning over. I don't care about anything else. I'm not seeing it as a threat. I'm not convincing myself that I'm not worthy of what the fuck I can have. It's just done. I just jumped to the shit is done. This is the person that I am, and I stand firm in it, and I don't switch up on it. And I don't. So I'm gonna leave it right here because, oh, this is a lot of tea. Was this a tea time? Was this a tea time or success story time? But I wanted to just give y'all this because I know that people need to hear like these success stories. Specific person is hard for people because we are lovers by nature. We love, we want to connect, we want to experience, and people without people, what are we? What are we? We love, we all long for human connection, and it's beautiful. It really, really, really is. But y'all let these things trigger you and derail you and limit you, and it really just as simple as what you focus on and what you tell yourself you have grows. It doesn't matter the circumstances or what has taken place. I have been in the worst circumstances with some of the people that I have loved and have instantly been able to turn them around because I'm not making it about them changing. I'm making it about me changing. They cannot do what I want them to if I don't change first. So this was just a little fun shimmy success story success story tea time or whatever. And I want to do more of these in the future because I have endless success stories surrounding SPs. I have a video about how I manifested so many celebrity interactions. They can count as SPs too. Shit, I have that on my channel. But y'all can really literally do any fucking thing. I know y'all know. I know y'all know because y'all see me doing it. I know y'all know because y'all see y'all favorite manifestation coaches doing it. You're not exempt. You can be that person too. And you are them now. That's what I'm telling you. So get your fucking SP. Get your SP, bro. It is done. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap it up right here. If you want to follow me on Twitter at It's Her Universe and also TikTok and Insta at TiffriahGrande. And until next time, you know that I love you. 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 I love you.
I'll be switching in positions for you.